Hi folks, welcome to my channel, The Average Dermadoc. Let's begin the show. Bacteriological index is known as density or number of bacilli in smears. It includes both dead and live bacilli. It is expressed in Ridley's logarithmic scale. Logarithmic scale means it increases exponentially by 10 times or decreases same exponentially by 10 times. It is universally accepted standard method for assessment of mycobacterial load in a leprosy patient. The bacterial load is graded as 0 to +6. This table I have explained in one of my short I have posted on my YouTube channel. Go and watch it there. It is just 1.5 minute length. If several smears are taken, the mean index is calculated. In lepromatous patients under treatment, there will be no fall in bacteriological index during the first 12 months. Since both living and dead bacilli are being counted in bacteriological index, our human body takes several years to clear the dead bacilli. Hence, a steady fall in bacteriological index takes place only after 5 to 10 years of completion of treatment. Remember, leprobacilli multiplies slowly, so it has a long incubation period. Same, dead bacilli is being eliminated from the body very slowly. So, bacteriological index reduction takes place over 5 to 10 years. Uses of bacteriological index. These uses are just a copy paste from my previous video, slit skin smear. To confirm the diagnosis, to classify the disease, to determine disease activity, to assess progress of disease, to follow up the patients on treatment. To classify the disease, if bacteriological index is more, bacillary load is also more, it points towards lepromatous pole. If bacteriological index is less, bacillary load is less, it points toward tuberculoid pole. To classify the disease, next to confirm the diagnosis, if we are in a doubt whether the new lesions are because of reaction or relapse, then this bacteriological index will come to handy. This how we'll confirm whether it is relapse or reaction. I will explain in my next video on relapse. Coming to next index, solid, fragmented and granular index SFG. It divides bacilli into 3 classes. First class, solid, that is solid staining, means evenly stained unbroken rods with length being 5 times the width and with parallel sides and rounded edges. These are all criteria for identifying it as a solid stained bacilli. Why? Solid staining indicates viability. If the bacilli is viable, it means the disease is active and the patient is infectious. Next, fragmented, that is bacilli in which staining is interrupted at one or more points, but at least one fragment have to display an elongated form and also single very short rods. If the length is 5 times the width, it is long rod. If it is very shorter than that, then it is fragmented. Granular means round granules, either in line or in clumps. As I already told you, solid staining means viable bacilli, living bacilli. Length is 5 times the width with parallel sides and rounded edges, uniformly and brightly stained. Next, both fragmented and granular means non-viable dead bacilli. As it is difficult to estimate the exact percentage of bacilli in each class, and it won't provide any further advantage over morphological index MI. Thus, SFG index is not used widely. Coming to morphological index, it is the percentage or proportion of solid stained bacilli after examining 200 red stained elements lying singly which are not superimposed. If there is less than 200 red stained elements, we will count whatever the red stained elements are there and give a proportion of solid stained bacilli, which is nothing but morphological index. This morphological index gives valuable information about response to treatment, early intimation of bacterial resistance, or defaulting on treatment, as it counts only viable bacilli. Here, early intimation of bacterial resistance means earlier than bacteriological index. There we count both living and dead bacilli. Here we will count only viable bacilli. So, if morphological index is not reducing, viable bacilli is not reducing, there may be bacterial resistance or defaulting, which means the patient is not at all taking medications from the hospital itself. That is nothing but defaulting. As morphological index requires expertise and training to identify and differentiate live bacilli from dead. To identify a solid stained bacilli, it requires expertise and training. So hence bacteriological index is widely used than morphological index. Remember my channel name, The Average Dermadoc. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Thank you. Hasta la vista. До свидания.